There we go. Can chuck that on YouTube afterwards. Okay, we've got a little dojis along here. We've got the liquidity candle from New York. We've got just like a standard where buyers and sellers were together at the moment for like 1, 2, 3 hours before we were able to push up. So we could come back down and retest this area, but I think I really want to see just, just a shallow pullback into this green area. Liquidity candles, it would just go long. I think we'd just like to keep it nice and simple. Okay, let's check what other 45 minutes. What else stands out? That structure box inside of there. Haven't taken Asian low yet. And this is that liquidity candle down the 30-minute. Yeah, hopefully we just get a nice simple one. We'll just sit back and just see if we can get a little bit of volatility with this open in 12 minutes. Oh, it has taken yours, Peter? Asian low's taken on yours. If we push up, I'm worried about how deep it will pull back. So I don't want to enter any buys up here. Just going to wait and see now. we have anything else? Oh, German. No, that's it. This number's come down fast. Last couple of months, 6.7, 4.6, 3.9. All right, for NAS, what are we doing on NAS? NAS we just opened. I was watching this last night and saw this little move. But I was waiting all day. I wanted to see that. When I was doing like the New York session, I was waiting to see if we can get around, like my alert went off when this went here, and I had a pending order at 16,850. And I was like, oh, forgot to take that guy off. Forgot to take the trade off. It's basically just when it moved down 10 pips to 16,840, closed it. I was keen to see like what Asian session was going to do, if we were going to gap up or just like make a move up and see if we can get a sell. The price just started trending up. Now the time is off, because now it's, given how bullish this is just, when you think about it, like we're so used to trading inside of this area where it's come down from these highs, and then ever since then it's been like you've got stuff to the left to look at. But when you think of NAS, it's actually quite scary. Like this is the COVID crash here to here, and then once we're above that, technically that's an all-time high, all-time high, all-time high, all-time high, all-time high, all-time high. You know, and all of these are high, all of these are new records being set. Look at the number. Look at even the number that it came from, under 10,000. So this number exactly was 9,007, let's call it 9,800. COVID brought it down to 6,600, so they basically lost 33% of its entire market value on this retracement. And then now we're closer to 17,000. So just how high could it go? Really accelerated. This is that correction. This went from 16,850 more or less down to 10,610. So it dropped 6,240 more or less of this. So that's, what is that? That's like 40%. Got 40% of its value here to here. And this was here was 30%, like a third, so 33%. And you're seeing what it did from down here, from 6,700. It basically went up 250%. My math's right there? No, not quite. My math's not. Went up a lot. Now, this, having corrected this whole area, could it do it like at least, like, you know, could it do 100% more than it is? Could we be seeing, like, in a year and a half's time, could we be seeing this at 30,000? That'd be ridiculous, wouldn't it? So, like, I'm not getting the hype of trying to sell the low. So, sorry, sell the high. I think it should be some sort of correct. I'd like to see it move kind of in waves. I don't like how it's just like printing all of this, but while it's doing that, we might as well just go with it. You know, anytime we're significantly breaking a session low, I'll look to buy it, because the way it's been, like, these New York sessions, has just been making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. So if we push up and then New York session starts, and New York session is in anywhere in like this bottom 50% of yesterday's move, this would be a buy zone for me, just to see if we can continue. So that would be an absolutely crucial level for New York session. All right, what do you guys reckon? All right, Jim, let's go. Down the nut, sell to buy. All right, we're open here. Still on my terminal, hasn't taken the low yet. Did anyone manage to catch that? Did anyone just buy on the open? Yeah. Nah, neither. There's no entry. Looks similar to yesterday. Let's have a look. I didn't do the open yesterday. Just open straight up, yeah. Oh, bugger. How annoying. And now it's downtown. And FTSE straight up. Yeah, that's good. Good idea, Alan. If it does stay contained inside of here, then I think this could just lead people to buying. Being like, oh well, no, missed the move. So then buy, and then it's very high. I'm still holding out for this this sell to buy. Leaving the Euro box. Yeah, man. Did it give any? It was nothing. It just lets you open. It's launched. I wasn't really entertaining any sells, but was anyone else? Anyone else have any ideas for counter trend? Really only looking, for me, I was only looking for to go long, yeah, given how bullish it was. Feel like we had the pullback. Price pulled back to the structure, this over here. Like this area. And we've had HCS. Really only looking for bullish now. I guess what's just leaving this wick. Really late in the move. So was it, other than Peter, was there anyone else that on your broker that actually did take the lows? On Pepperstone it didn't. What about the prop account? I'll log into it. The prop account it did. Yeah, it did on the prop account. Oh, yours and Brett, but Annie's took it on yours. Yeah. It was close, it's close. Prop account it did, Pepperstone hasn't. Nick, like to sell off of H4 liquidity wick on December 15. Which one are you looking at? Oh, okay. Yeah, it might be a different, the 4-hour candles might close at a different hour. Is it this candle? That's yours?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's the top of the clean candles on this, on the 15-minute. Like I was targeting, that would be, you're looking for that sell above here. Where that liquidity wick would be on yours. That's where I'm kind of hoping it just goes to, like, here's a little bit of traffic, get through, but clean candles. There's a little bit of this bit previously, before it was clean candles. Maybe this would represent like a little bit of a sell-in, but ultimately I think when it gets up there, this is a good area that if we, depending on how we get up that area, what kind of rejection it would give you. That's a nice sell area. Plus then as well, the range that has gone from here up to here would be, that means London would have moved 136 pips. And that's more than we've seen a London move for a long time. So if it is, like, apart from that, that's that same day, then you're looking at, if we do like the typical range for a London session, the average range is 120. We haven't seen many 120s for a while, but if it can get up there in that London session and push up relatively quickly, then absolutely that area, wherever your wick is. Where does your wick start? What price? Because if the wick's anything like this, then definitely this could be a look for reactions from here for sure. $16,865. Okay, so more or less like this in this area. Cool. Yeah, but that makes a lot of sense. 15,865 then. $120 pips, almost exactly the range, the average range. So yeah, that's a good idea, mate. I think it's a good idea. With the price action, of course. Now this is the bit I'm not good at. If we don't get best entry, this is trying to get in on the move on the run up. This bit, I hate having to do this. So check EU real quick. So you see Dave had an idea. I think it would have triggered him perfectly. One thing that's interesting that I was reading about is this Suez Canal business with these Houthis attacking some of the Israeli ships and some other um, private vessels in that Red Sea area. Do you see that there's quite a few shipping companies divert their ships now around Africa?
I thought I read there was a combined force from the US, UK, Germans, etc., sending military
Yeah, was that yesterday?
Yesterday or day before, yeah.
I read that. So like that could be an escalation.
Yeah.
So it's gonna lead to obviously it takes a lot longer to go around Africa, and then for them to actually have to defend as well that area. Just wonder what's going to do with that. Just like that's need to go and have a look at. Remember when that ship got stuck and it led to that huge backlog of ships getting through? I need to go and have a look and see like what impact that had on some of these indices, if there was an impact.
Going
I
around
know.
Africa, going around Africa isn't the safest thing in the world.
Yeah, that's right. Going to
Going
Somalia.
past Somalia and places like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
out of the fry pan into the oven. It certainly slow things down though. So I wonder if that leads to a bit more demand, like push demand. No, that's pull demand, isn't it? Pull demand. When it's the consumers pulling because the stock can't keep up. No, but that is push demand. Sorry, for my sake. Three rejections. Yeah, yeah. I'm just concerned. Like the longer it hesitates here, the more you think it could actually come down. But I don't want to entertain these sells. But I'm actually thinking that if we jump in now, it could very easily do that pullback. The timing of this is just awful, being up in this resistance area, having left without a pullback. Kind of pulled back just before, didn't it? The last like 6 minutes. A red candle, sweeping the. It did sweep the. Is it the open? It would sweep the like. This is the Frankfurt open candle low, but the Frankfurt open candle on the 1 hour just looked like a this kind of bearish candle. I mean, the more that this is creating a resistance as well, and we finally close above that resistance, then this could be a little support. So that if anything is close above there, and we can get something to wick down, but this becomes that structure. So that wick into structure and then leaving this area again, then we can see those buys. Let's just be careful taking the first breakout. First breakout's always dicey. Low volume, yeah. Started off nicely though. We've got 40 pips. 40 pips in the first 20 minutes. That's a good start. That's really slowed down. But it did break the high just then. We didn't get a closure above there, but it did break the high. Now it took the no wick. on the 3 minute, if this is about to, if this one closed like that, would we trust that this is the support? No, I think this, you know what this reminded me of? This is reminded me of that time that I forced a trade because I had to go somewhere and it did this. And eventually it came down and then it did give a candle that looked lovely. It looked like this. And I got in and it went only briefly a little bit up, and then it went, took my stop basically in one go, then came down, and then it gave a liquidity candle. But by that stage, it was getting, already took the loss and it was too close to having to go. And then this was the move after this. That was really nice. That was a few weeks ago. That was, if I can find it. Wasn't this long ago. Anyway, it was one of these days. Five-minute closing, lovely, above here. So, if my memory serves me correctly, what will happen is this, it's already broken the high. Now the pullback comes. But it will stick here for a little bit. It'll pull back to here. It'll give a rejection. And then it'll drop, and then we go. So that's what don't want to take the sells because I look like a fool, but if that plays out, but I'm looking for this now. Nice. Yeah. So, okay. Have a good dinner, Peter. Yeah, Dave sent me his analysis. So good, man. He has been doing a lot of work with some of the content we've been talking about on the study sessions. And he put the spreadsheet in that this one over here for everyone to use. The trap and exit. with his first lesson, his first test on Euro USD, and they sent to me last overnight over here, saying this is his first pending order. And it's going to, like the way he's seen it as the trap, he's looking for it to take the liquidity from underneath here and then target back up to the Asian low. And he set this limit order and went for the school run to drop his little boy off. Came back, hit his level, bang on, pushed back straight up, straight to target. Lovely. Just so nice when you see like your trade that you've made yourself, then execute on it, and then seeing it just work, isn't it? It's really, really encouraging to see. All right, come on. So far, so good for this, not getting trapped into this. Now, if it does push down and we get like a rejection wick, liquidity candle or something, looking like it's looking just something that makes it look like, yeah, this is looking good now to buy, to go up. That I think is going to make these buys better if we get to sweep that. So I'm kind of seeing if we can follow this. Wasn't ballsy enough to give that a sell, but did anyone have a pair to see if this would work out? Find any time I take a trade, like if I've got a set bias and then I end up trying to be a bit cute and I take an entry, I find if I start becoming like, if I say I take a sell here, then I start being convinced that price should go down to here. And then if I miss the signs where the buys might be like, maybe it doesn't get down to this area, maybe it just does like a little mini fake out from here. And I find that's when I lose sight of those buys because I'm waiting. I want my sell to get to full target, and then I miss the buys completely. So I like planning this out, but as soon as I'm in the trade, I do get a little bit just singly focused. It'd be nice to have that ability just to buy, sell, ping pong it, but I don't have that. Okay, so something to show signs to think that this is just a higher low. Something to come down, do something like this. Create liquidity underneath here. Be nice if we see a rejection around here, as in that first bullish candle. Something that tricked old me into taking it because I didn't have time to wait it out. I do have to get going though at before 9. So if I do see something like this and it doesn't happen in the meantime, then what I'm going to do is do maybe a pen in order underneath here for that same idea. Yeah, hey Marion, how are you? Too cow to get your head around lately. Is it like you're traveling, aren't you? Or is it the grandkids as well helping out? I meant to get in touch with you just to see how things have been going lately. The reason I want to see something like this occur is for that liquidity generation. If it comes down cleanly, then we still may need to do something like this. Well, maybe it won't just be a simple sweep V-shaped exit off here. Your home kids are still trying to sell the house just up. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, if you want to organize, if you just want to have a chat as well at any stage, just let me know. We'll jump on Zoom. Yeah, anytime. Let's see if there's been any headlines since we started. Look at this Nagel. To all those speculating on an imminent rate cut, I say careful. Others have miscalculated before. Geez, this guy. This is like a movie line, isn't it? It's for the bad guy. The bad guy threatens the good guys. Look at pound. Pound's is green on. So it looks like everyone's racing together. And then you see that one that like Formula One, when it gets like the flat tire, just drops out of the race. What's going to be dangerous is when because people at the moment are celebrating inflation coming down, that the banks are going to start to, like, the hike, the peak is here, and then they'll start cutting. But when the data continues to be poor coming out, then it becomes recession fears, and this is when then you see, like, as interest rates, this is that when stock markets can rally, and then the rates start to peak for the interest rates. As it gets closer to that pivot and that the end is nigh for high rates, stock market will take that as optimism and then really rally. And then when the data continues to be poor and it starts to think, oh, hang on a second, we're heading to a recession, the interest rates are coming down to try to stimulate the economy, but the stock market, now that they're sensing recession, stock market starts to crash as well. So it's not until interest rates are coming down that we often see that we'll probably see German retrace from the highs as well. So we're in that kind of critical period where I still think there's going to be another rally with soft landing hopes. But then if we keep on that low CPI and it starts to become into deflation, and unemployment starts to rise, then we'll see a top, and we'll see that much needed correction. Now, I'd really like to see some sort of move to get buyers interested here before the sweep and then the push. So I was hoping that was going to be here somewhere, and then we can sweep it into a lovely little buy area to go long. If it comes down and it's doing it here, then we might even drop a little bit lower. So we maybe accumulate, and then people thinking, yep, let's go long from this area. But what might happen is that we accumulate and then we dive into this area, then we go long and we sweep the Asian low properly. We sweep into the NY 50% area. Or we even sweep into this liquidity candle that Alan was pointing out. That was down this area too. So this box, just be careful of that, because I've got the box here. This is kind of what I'm anticipating, something like this. But the entry might be here or here or here. Okay. But I would like to see an area like buyers get involved and then just grab that liquidity and then go up again. That makes sense. I'm going to set a few alerts. Of course, any entry is we want price action, of course. So it's like, that's the good thing, is that we can have all these zones selected. It'd be annoying if it just leaves without an entry. That will be very annoying, but just be careful that we don't buy something that is falling. We want to make sure we've got some sort of clues that we're back on this side. Okay. The three things that we would look for: one, I'll probably just go for when we get like a liquidity candle, knowing that I'll give it like at least 2 shots. So something under here with a wick, as we normally look for, or it can push up and then we can get a retest of the liquidity wick before we get the move. So that would be a support being created at our zone that we like. The other is a little bit more difficult, is that if we get price and come down and then we get a candle that doesn't have a liquidity wick, and it's kind of like just like this, which is a bit annoying, then if we get something that creates a resistance, like so, and then close in above it, I'm going to be done soon. I'll take it. And we get something that closes above that resistance, then that can also be a bottom being formed, just a bottom without a liquidity wick. This does often happen as well. I don't like this sort of entry, but just be mindful that if we don't quite get our entry, then this is also a tell of a bottom. Do you think you guys will be, does that make sense? I mean, I think most here have seen this so many times now. It's just about anticipating it. Well, we know this is a buy zone that we're getting towards, but it could be just, you know, it could just be one of these. Keep your risk low. If it doesn't work out the first time, be ready to give it a second chance. If it doesn't work the second time in a row, make sure that you're like, oh, that's all my bullets. I can't give another thing a go again. Just make sure it's like, you know, we waited for an area to execute on, and if it doesn't work, then it just didn't work. But don't do things against your plan, because that's the damaging part. We can take losses, that's for sure, but we can't completely just lose a trade plan and then just start trading on just feeling. I've got to look after Maddie now for the rest of the day. Sarah's getting the hair done. It takes ages for her straightening treatment, so I need to let her time to prepare. Trade safe, alright guys. Put your victories into the Discord. Put your commiserations into the Discord. Tag me if you need. Then we have a little look later on. I've got alerts set, so I'm going to trade. I'm just going to literally wait for a liquidity candle and then just give it a go. All right. Tomorrow I'll try do New York session. I'm not going to be able to do the London session. Friday I can do London session, and I know it's getting a bit late for New York session for a lot of you guys, but I'm planning on hopefully when I'm here in Portugal as well. I'll see what the sound quality is like. You guys can hear the echo, I think. Maybe the video quality is not going to be so good, but I'm going to try put together my London close little thing that I've been trading for, you know, London close at between 4-5 UK time. Maybe it's going to suit the guys around this side of the equator, but it's pretty nice for NAS. Pretty nice. I'll get some of those videos together. Just got to check the sound quality. All right, we know the plan. Let's try and nail this German 40. All right, take care. I'll see you all in the Discord and later on. All right. Okay. Good luck, guys.
Thanks, Hayden.
You're welcome, Annie.